Hello, everyone, and welcome to Azure Back to School with my session Securing Software as a Service, a real case scenario with Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps. In preparation to agenda, you can see on the slide. I will talk about Defender for Cloud Apps overview, about software as a service application in hybrid environment because the protecting software as a service application is very important and crucial for all data they store company. That is actually big challenge for any organization, and with the rise we are faced with a lot of rise application enterprise application usage in Entra. um, ID for we can combine with employee access company resource outside the corporate perimeter. But it is very important with hacker perspective because perimeter has also introduced new attack vector to combat this type of attack, and many security team in that approach protect your sensitive data in the cloud with Defender for Cloud Apps. And actually, I will talk about Defender for Cloud Apps overview. I will explain all regarding how is corporate Defender for Cloud Apps in Defender XDR in Unified Security Operation now, and about very important feature, Cloud Apps Discovery, the posture management, in general, how we can handle with the software as a service security initiative, how we can investigate attack path analysis, and regarding information protection with a lot of new information, because discovery and protect sensitive information in the cloud is crucial. How to protect data at rest, how to protect data in motion. Actually, I will explain some interesting use case regarding integration with Microsoft Preview solution, and protecting with the file with admin quarantine, how we apply Microsoft Information Protection labeling system manually and in automatic way. And actually, when we talk about our data in motion, uh, many companies have use case how to block downloads of sensitive information. And of course, I will explain how to implement security policy, file policy, content inspection, and many other policy, and actually how we can easily, in very efficient way, integrate with Microsoft Preview solution. Application governance is very important topic because many company faced with a lot of critical application in Enter ID. And how we can help when we turn on application governance and start application governance, how we can easily investigate application governance in order to threat detection, in order to found the critical application, high critical application, and how we export in very great application overview, and investigation in that part, how handle with the application governance model, how to view, how to manage application asset, in many other topic regarding reference, Microsoft Graph API and REST API reference is very important now in when we talk about application security in the cloud. And that is actually a topic for very and I promise very interesting session. In that way, we can start with some overview when we talk about Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps. In overview, I wish to explain the first what is proposed. You can see on this slide. Yes, Defender for Cloud Apps delivery full protection our application in the cloud, help in monitoring, help in protect our company cloud data across many. Uh, I love to say we have four pillar of protection. The first pillar is definitely CAS functionality. In the past, we have classical cloud access security broker and many very important feature like shadow IT, visibility in the cloud, how to protect against some application threats from many other location, and the information protection and compliance part is also part of fundamental when we're talking about the cloud access security. I will explain in more detail in the next slide, but the second very important pillar for Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps is actually security posture management. Many software as a service application, when security team work in order to improve security posture, is faced with this part, and it is definitely challenge because Defender for Cloud Apps help you to found many misconfiguration and recommendation action in security posture, because a lot of application connected and the recommendation is related to industry standard. I'm using in day-to-day operation Center for Internet Security with a lot of best practice to help me for many specific action, and actually Defender for Cloud Apps help me in that part in Microsoft Security Store. Uh, when we're talking about application governance, when we're talking about security configuration, visibility, and etc. And finally, I mentioned very important part, integration with the DLP solution, digital loss prevention feature, help to protect our sensitive data in the cloud. Microsoft Preview enable security team for data classification, for DLP policy. I can apply sensitive label. I can block the load for unmanaged device. I can remove external collaboration of many confidential files, but it is actually scope what we are doing when we connect Defender for Cloud Apps with some software as a service application. I can scan, first of all, sensitive data, uh, covering which data is stored and where is stored and how is accessing. It is very important and related. This we have this part of control. The second part is very important, also threat protection. We can use XDR in order to enable powerful correlation of many signal and visibility across the full kill chain of many sophisticated and many advanced attack in the cloud. And finally, we have direct up to app protection. That is a correlation with OAuth enable application to have some permission and privilege for critical role, and everything I can use, for example, OAuth application security in order to help me to protect some inter-application data exchange between application governance and watch some and monitor correlation, and when I have for example expire credential to govern to apps used organization, and many other very useful. But actually the four pillar is a crucial how we discover a software as a service application and show the full picture about environment for software as a service, application usage and resources, and many other control who can be used, and how we used in very efficient way. Uh, the second slide is very important and understand, because we must understand Defender for Cloud Apps framework. The previously cloud security access blocker, that is a CASB defined with Gartner for many security solution, the place between cloud and service consumer and cloud service provider to combine uh, some enterprise security policy. Actually, that is intermediate place between users and the cloud service they access, and has definitely helped me a lot of to apply monitoring to security control for my users and data, and that is actually, you can see on this slide, that is the some kind firewall to corporate network. And now Defender for Cloud Apps help us in order to identify, in order to combine many cyber threats across Microsoft and third-party solution. And fully integrate with the Microsoft solution, Defender for Cloud Apps family, Defender for Cloud Stack, suite, and you can see now in this slide how Defender for Cloud Apps function as an intermediate between apps, between data, and between users. Uh, how to understand uh, this framework? Actually, we have also the four elements. We have also four pillars. I mentioned in introduction, shadow IT is a very important part in order to detect cloud application, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service. Why? Um, I love to make question with a lot of in a lot of use case. How many cloud apps do you think to users of your users? What is the average? It is totally more about 1,000. Are you your shed of IT? And and the second is question: how to protect your sensitive data in the cloud? You must understand classification. You must understand protecting sensitive information at rest. And Defender Cloud Apps provides integration with Microsoft Preview solution capability, DLP policy, in order to detect many data leak. Protect with the cyber threats, protect with anomalies, detect some unusual behavior across application, across users, across potential ransomware activity. That is a very important part. User entity behavior analysis is actually rule-based activity detection in who is using application in environment and how he handled. Finally, uh, one of the most important topic is compliance cloud application, because compliance with many different regulation and industry standard, uh, Defender Cloud Apps help us to compare our application and some compliance requirement. What is the aim? Aim is definitely to prevent data leaks and to understand the usage against compliance requirement, non-compliance application, because in my experience in implementation Microsoft Preview solution, we are facing with a lot of dark data in the cloud, and explore uh, other feature other feature is definitely to understand Defender for Cloud Apps in context explore application with the cloud discovery dashboard. You can use cloud discovery dashboard. I think it is a better solution to share you in a realistic way. Yes, that is actually unified security operation now. Cloud apps is integrate part of Defender family. And when I click here in the cloud discovery, I can see the discovery dashboard. It is a very, very good overview of our application. What is actually happening in my network? That is a crucial. And you will see both uh, cloud apps to expect and sign for shadow IT, no sanction application. In dashboard, I can see now different categories. I zoom in order to better view, and you can see content management. You can see how many in megabyte code hosting, how we can cloud computing platform, social network, and hosted service. What is sanctioned, what is not sanctioned, and many others. Uh, that is great overview, and I like to start with high level usage overview to see actually overall cloud application use, and after that I can continue. I can configure score metric with my high risk, medium risk, and low risk. And by category, when I click in dashboard, you can see a lot of very important feature. In general, I can see field. I can set my holding, domain registration, consumer popularity, disaster recovery plan, and regarding security, I can set all other feature regarding um, multi-factor authentication, user trail action, audit action, user role support, encryption, HTTP protocol security, password policy, and finally we have compliance with all standard. Uh, mm, for example, that is applied with many ISO standard, with SOC standard, with many other approach, and SOC free, and classification, PCI DSS, many other topics regarding this this part. And actually we have snapshot report for this. I can create snapshot report with in order to test this solution with some description. But I must have some appliance to do this, and it is for many third-party solution like Fortinet, Juniper, McAfee, Palo Alto, many other solution in order to, for example, Palo Alto Serious Firewall. I can check or to store the display encrypt username, and after that, in the next, I can upload traffic log. It is very important to understand these traffic log files with activity within 90 days and all end up with 1 GB per size. It is actually how we understand this approach regarding the topic and everything related in that way. But file with activity for 19 days old, that is data retention policy, and bronze to 1 GB per size per log file. And when I upload log, after that, that is actually prerequisite, and you can see I have a lot of uh, uh, report from data sources and logs, and how many what is the date when I add, and everything. That is actually prerequisite in uh, cloud discovery apps for this. And the cloud discovery report we have actually when I setting in the last 19 days, I can configure I can see my users, teams, and in second tab, I can see what is how many application in Discover. In that way, I previously integrate Microsoft Office 365 and Microsoft Azure, but you can see Microsoft Teams, Akamai with Rescore, with the traffic, how many kilobyte is upload. And users, IP address, devices, and every way. It is how many discovering resource, how many IP address in that scope, which users, and of course which device. What is the top 100 device, and in all this operation is prerequisite to have managed device organized in some device group. I will explain regarding correlation with actually Defender for endpoint. This is very important part, and how we understand this process and everything related to. When I go now in settings part, I can see cloud apps with all functionality, and regarding I previously defined some users groups for external users, Microsoft 365 administrator and application for cloud apps, and I can import many other users groups. Regarding this, it is very important, and I mentioned Microsoft Defender for endpoint. I can enforce application access, enable with block access for application that we are marked as unsanctioned, and I can define alert for high, medium, low, and information part critical application with URL, with bypass notification. What is URL for block application here? It is very important part. Regarding integration, I mentioned you can add many connector for many other application, and you can see now Zooms and the ServiceNow, Okta, Mural, GitHub, Dropbox, document signing, Citrix, Cisco, Box, Atlassian. But I can add what is important from my side. I can connect Microsoft 365 and Microsoft Azure. And I can also turn on conditional access application control if you are using conditional access apps, conditional access policy. You can define to choose to some application if you want to add for your identity provider, and continue with this important process. In many other settings regarding application connector, I mentioned regarding Microsoft information protection part, integration with the Microsoft Preview solution in order to automatically scan new files for Microsoft information protection, sensitive labels, and protection label, and content inspection warning in the tenant. Regarding the file, I can enable here file monitoring administrator grant for Microsoft Defender access to my software as a service application. That is regarding how we understand, and when we settings all of this part, I can define very good cloud discovery overview. Dashboard, if organization using Microsoft Defender for endpoint, any unsanctioned application is automatically blocked. That is very information. If you don't have threat protection solution, you can run script against data source to block some application, but you can protect your data with conditional access policy application part control to prevent data filtration, to prevent upload files, unlabeling to block some activity, block access, activity source, and many other solution. in that way. And you can see now I can define some defender management endpoint snapshot report. I can create snapshot report there directly from the dashboard. And with action, I can create a new policy. I can resolve username, generate block script, cloud discovery settings, and many other solutions regarding this very important topic. Add a custom application, create new policy, configure automatic upload, create cloud discovery snapshot report, and I can view all application. Uh, and I can choose online meeting for my Microsoft Teams for cloud computing platform. What is discovery in the resource I previously mentioned. And cloud discovery report is very good and very clear in order to understand regarding dashboard. In overview, you can see all of this topic. Secure web gateway is very good if you work with Defender for Cloud Apps. For secure web gateway, I can integrate Zscaler integration in many other, for example. And API is automatically for traffic log to log upload when you go in settings and cloud apps. You can see the place for that. And regarding this part, you can see all of this topic with the application connector, but you can see integration with the CM solution. For user group API talking, I can define here CM agent for my Azure Sentinel with the combination with many other playbook when I define flow for this. Automatic log upload is placed to here. I can define data source with my job and select other appliance, for example, checkpoint. Never mind. I can set a receiver for my FTP secure UDP, TCP, or TLS activity regarding and log connector. I can add log connector for define name, host IP address, FQDN name, and data source for this. That is regarding cloud discovery. We also have a very good cloud discovery catalog, many application. I can new policy here for stretch and define policy template for new cloud storage application with CRM, sales code, vendor, high volume application, and many others regarding. I can define many filter for risk factor category with the tag, risk score, alert, and many other solution with the governance section. It is very good to have, and now it is great. Uh, 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 Free 6004 177 is item here. It is amazing, really amazing regarding how we um, govern our discover application and actually what is sensitive, what is sanctioning, unsanctioning our application, blocking apps to exporting block script, um, everything you can define actually regarding but catalog is filter, and you can see here the basic filter for application, for standard scope, how to customize column, risk score, and regarding everything. And also for all out application, I can go in my application governance and define many other topic. It is very important to have this solution. And when I go in view all application, I can see what is actually important part. regarding my job, I can see this top. For example, I can use filter for Graph API, for Office 365, and many other API, and I can define privilege level. Maybe is the most of interest high privilege level for high application and permission. I can define and I can check all with write permission. That is most important permission for many other for permission usage, what is in use, what is in some use, or nothing. External, internal permission for many application, and delegate permission when you register some enterprise application in Enter ID. It is very important part. Service access for Teams, Exchange, OneDrive, SharePoint, and sensitive labels. And when I define that, I can see all of this application critical. And when I click on some application, I can see here a summary about data usage, users, permission, sensitive label. Regarding permission, I can see what is read-write scope of my critical enterprise application, and actually that is crucial in application governance. It is one of my favorite uh, feature, and I definitely use in many situations. How many users, how many data usage. In summary, I have all relevant information, and what is the most important thing, I can export this in suitable application governance part, and I can see in my Excel what is actually uh, very good for your reporting with status enable, with Graph API permission uh, in that way. Uh, many others topic is regarding application governance in order to investigate high risk application, maybe, or medium, what is critical, and in registration process part, it is very important to help you. You can use many Power BI report in that way. You can use many other solution, many other very important feature regarding, and finally policy is one of the most important thing. I like to work with the policy integration and everything, and you can see what is active, what is in status disabled. Regarding the policy, I can create new policy with I can use template, some template, for example, policy test, in order to show when I click next here, I can see I can see okay, I must use some previously template in application governance in order to show you. Uh, and in summary, I can see scope and condition and alerts, and I can activate this policy, or I can create a new policy with the parameter. I can use permission, certification, activity, and I can choose inactivity access to sensitive data. I have explanation what is policy check in condition with the time range, what is service accessed, what is service label accessed, and when I click next, I can define severity. Severity for my application is definitely high by default, and I can add this policy. It is very important in order to prevent application from accessing to resources and activating on Microsoft IKT, I have direct option to disable application and status active or disable. It is crucial. I can define mode for this, and before I submit all in order to create some policy, security policy. I can define scope, and it is definitely I can submit this in this part in efficient way. But before I can edit all of this previously defined action, in some situation policy propagated 24 hours, not propagated directly in a time. Keep in mind, in application governance, it is important part regarding this. What is you have very important feature in cloud discovery. When I click, for example, discover apps, it is interesting. You can see here I can select many other factors for admin audit trail, file sharing, HTTP, IP address, multi-factor authentication, and many others. But I can define action to block apps, to generate block script, or when I click here, I can select my appliance for Palo Alto, for example, and generate scripts. It is very important action to generate block script. For many other appliances like WebSense, Zscaler, Juniper, Fortinet, Cisco, ACA, Blue Code, never mind. But I can select governance scripts and block unsupported streams. I can block non-blockable application. I have set non-blockable application like Microsoft Preview, like Microsoft Support, Intune, online services, Microsoft Active Directory, Federation Service, and many others. It is also very important topic in that way, and how we handle with this this part. Many others solution you can define here, but I can what is crucial for policy? I can define policy, and I can define policy template. I have very good overview policy template, uh, uh, 35 templates here is applicable for me, with the high, with the medium, with the severity. I don't know, file share with unsanctioned domain. When I click here for this template, I can add here, and I can define all parameter, policy name, policy severity, category, apply to how many files, how many groups, what is governance action. And I can define note and tell me about experience, optional, what is a user, and submit this section. That is important regarding file policy, regarding how we create this part. And of course, many great cases a part with the SOC optimization. But I mentioned I can use Defender Expert for human operation, ransomware attack, for many action. Lot of other solution you can use in order to create cloud discovery anomaly detection policy, and many others. Regarding security posture management, I mentioned it is actually story. When we're talking about many security score in the cloud, security, we are faced with the Microsoft security score, security recommendation, and many other solution. It is very important topics, and it is also part of software as a service security posture management. I can choose, for example, home here in dashboard, and I can see uh, uh, some how many percent is device non-compliance, what is device in the risk, regarding many other solution, how many incident in that way I have in Defender, and how many connected software as a service application is status healthy, needs attention, connection error, many others. And when I click here, I can go directly in application connector part and add many other application like Citrix, Dropbox, Okta, and many others. But when I open some application, for example, Microsoft 365, I have great overview about activity user chart and everything, all information regarding security general compliance. Checkbox for that is amazing. Regarding account, regarding OAuth application, activity logs, alerts, and many others. In that way, I can create policy for that: activity file policy, access policy, session policy, application discovery policy, and I can define the filter. What is in status, open, closed. I can select risk category, username, actually I can select policy for malware detection. When I click here, I can directly create from the filter and click create policy. It is very good, and I can define table settings. I can define filter. I can define advanced filter here, and many others regarding collaboration. It is very suitable and very good for work. But my favorite is actually application governance, in order to help me in order to define the best way for my critical application registration part. Enterprise application in the Entra is most critical part, and with the best practice for dual application property in Entra ID, it is very good to understand. Regarding threat protection, unmentioned, I have option to configure threat protection with a lot of policy. I can detect suspicious activity with user behavior analysis, with activity log, proxy log, discovery log, and many others option when I use this amazing Defender in catalog. This is good approach, and this is a very important topic to understand this Defender for Cloud apps integration with the many other third-party solution. I can show you, for example, activity log, and I can see a new policy for stretch, and I can define new policy for stretch with my template, apply template, and I can define category detection for privilege account, DLP, cloud discovery, sharing control, access control, configuration control, a single activity or repeatable activity. Act with I can define activity for matching the following with the alerts, with the many others, and I can choose. For example, my focus is Microsoft 365. I can confirm the user is compromised or suspend user in application, and I can create activity policy for that. It is amazing, and I can define all of this information and edit in filter activity policy, and actually, starting from June, Microsoft Defender for Cloud will adopt dynamic threat detection model in order to enhance accuracy, and actually migrated policy will be disabled, and that is very good and very critical, and and I can define common threat protection policy, OAuth policy, anomaly detection policy. I can actually investigate in what is the cloud application threats and sanctioning. When I go uh, uh, in cloud discovery report, I have option discover application, and I can option what is sanctioning, what is unsanctioned here, and choose many other investigation tool. What is IP range, what is admin activity, how many outdated device connected in cloud framework, and many others. And I can define Office 365. I previously show you with collaboration with the box Office 365, and many others. Uh, you can define and work with very beautiful and very good dashboard. But keep in mind, settings part is very important. When I go in endpoints, I have option for device group, and I define previous device group. And when I clicked for device group, I have full remediation action with specific name. When I go in the next, I can define category. Start with some value, and start with some domain tag name and operate. I can choose operation system by category from my Microsoft Windows Server to 2025, and some actually workstation Windows 2000 to, I don't know, use Mac Linux device, and Windows device, many other device. It is very important part. For example, when you define for automatic attack disruption part. When we're talking about incident management and response, I will talk more in more detail about this in my second session. Second session is Sentinel. Now is fully integrated. Is also like Defender for Cloud Apps in unified security operation. That is very good news and amazing. With one dashboard, with your playbooks, workbooks, I don't know, automatic rule, action, analytic rule, many other great features. Sentinel now is one place, like Defender for Cloud Apps, and all Defender family is one place. Unified security operation, help a SOC analyst to work with one dashboard without switching any tool, and that is in the past was a nightmare. Now is great, and to for work to better visibility, for to work faster with Defender, and that is also very important part. Regarding asset, in many other solution, you have you have you have when I click to asset, you have option for application. It is very important part to emphasize in this presentation, because you have two category. The first is software as a service, in your network for what is unprotected, what is protected. OAuth application is how many OAuth application is registered here for a specific period of time. I have some Teams and Akamai in last 19 days. But regarding cloud discovery application governance in navigation panel, you can remove, you can column export, CSV format, applies filter, and many others solution regarding this. In detail, I can use untag high risk application, high traffic application. Here you can use customized column here with specific action to generate executive report for this. And what is category? Maybe shadow IT report. I click here. And I'm waiting to got my shadow IT report to generate automatically for the dashboard, and I can click here, and I got summary of my activity in one dashboard, and with all recommendation, top discovery application with the total users, how many top cloud storage application by total upload traffic. And more information regarding visibility control with app connector generate addition. It is amazing. You can have actually one click for your work with one dashboard and generated many actions. So suggest new application, resolve username, generative block script, cloud discovery settings is here. I will go back direct in settings button and define many others. Service status for my application governance. What is it is very important part of settings. Here I can turn off application governance. I can go in application governance in order to detect malicious cloud application activity, for example. Deploy predefined policy to create some own custom policy, and etc. And many other feature. I can define operation guide overview with daily, weekly, monthly activity, and it is actually regarding integration with the CM and API solution. Is I can manage events with CM solution. I can integrate with Microsoft Sentinel solution, with generic CM solution, and troubleshooting CM solution to support API solution, custom alert with Power Automate, for example. Never mind. And regarding integration, it is actually here, and I can see all my work here regarding information protection. I can define Microsoft information protection policy, file policy, many other topics regarding settings, user groups, API token. CM agent is actually for Microsoft Sentinel. Here I can click here, and in edit configuration I can define data type for my alert, for all data stream to support this, and configure my Sentinel solution. I have integration guide for this in order to help me, but it is very interesting and very important to have in settings. Very user friendly, very good. And regarding playbooks also, I can define flow for my account. It is very easy, and I can go in Power Automate option in order to define cloud flows and desktop flows shared with me. I can define with many other templates in Power Automate. Power Automate is a very great, an amazing tool for automation. I can define many other template. I can see all my template I can use here for this section regarding integration playbooks with Microsoft Defender for cloud apps, and many other feature topic, remote work, upload button. I can use Visio for my work to basic flow diagram to purchase other workflow. It is great. Data collection. It is also suitable here for many action. For example, I can say my attachment to my SharePoint action when mail arrives in the group mailbox, and I can when I click here for this template, I can use I can choose what is my action to sign in for my Office 365 group mail or SharePoint or group mail. Never mind, I can continue with this section, and after that I can go with directly from Defender for in Power Automate in order to create action when mail arrives to my group in that is new designer and scope, and it is really great. That is all from my side. I think that this session is useful and interesting for all of us. And see you on the next session regarding a Sentinel solution and how Sentinel, Microsoft Sentinel help us in unified security operation to build a SOC team. I will explain in the next session in Azure Back to School all very interesting use case in that way. Thank you for attention and see you soon on the next session. Bye bye.